Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the final set of ASL Season 20 Ro24 Group D. We're going to be having Queen having a rematch against Hyun. The stakes are getting higher and higher, and will there be an upset? The map is Radeon, a very conventional, traditional map. It's very hard to pull off an upset on this map because everything is quite standard. Big RAM, big middle spaces where you can actually see the army coming from miles and leagues away. So let's see how these two players going to be performing. Looks like Hyun is going to be located at the bottom of the screen in the blue color. Queen, one of the ASL champions in his former glory, is going to be located at the bottom left in the red color here. And let me just quickly show you the relevant information before the game gets set up. So first of all, the map Radeon. What can we say about this map? This map is very big. It was part of the previous ASL season. I will not show the map stats. It's quite balanced in ZBZ. Of course, map stats don't matter. But one thing I will show to you is the elo stats of these players, so you kind of have an understanding about where these guys are standing in their respective matchups here. So I guess Queen is 1435, very high elo scores as of today, and his win rate against Zerg is also superior, a lot superior, 67%. Hyun has not played a game in the last 30 days. Actually, I checked, and the last time that he actually played a game was like in June. So he is actually not in the right form, and of course not a big challenger against Queen. So let's see how these two players will be performing here. Looks like spawning pool coming down at about the same time, but Queen is slightly faster. I don't know if that is because he's just got the better spawning location, or he's actually faster because, you know, there's mineral boosting and all of those technologies that can be used to actually give you some small advantage, and maybe Queen is doing that. By the way, I don't know how to mineral boost, guys. So if you guys know how to mineral boost, then you are very much professional. Not like me. When I play on ladder, I just send the probes to the random mineral patch, the one who's closest to him or whatever. Anyways, looks like Hyun's gonna try to expand behind this very evenly match between these two players. Hyun is slightly delayed compared to Queen, but by just about 200 milliseconds, not more than that. Anyways, I just saw this movie recently. I actually downloaded it. I did not go to the theater because I'm cheap. And which means you should buy me a coffee so that you can actually try to buy me some movie tickets, guys, some cinema tickets, because I watched this movie called The Final Reckoning with Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 16,000 or something like that, whatever is the number of the episode. And apparently, in the ending finale, if you don't know, if you have not watched the movies, you probably want to mute this video for the next 30 seconds or so, because I will spoil that movie. There's this really not so hot chick, because apparently they run out of hot actresses for that series. They choose a very lame girl, and her job was to pull a USB key in 0.1 seconds, I believe was the time that it was given to her. And then bam, she pulls it, and then she saves the world, and Tom Cruise falls in love with her or something like that. So I know how to count in milliseconds, guys. Anyways, back to this game. Hyun's gonna try to assault here. Of course, he's gotta be the one who's the aggressor, because he is the weaker player. If he doesn't create unknowns in the equation, he doesn't actually upset the variables a bit, and how can he win, right? So that is what I'm thinking. But anyways, looks like Queen expansion comes up, so both players will be having about the same sum of supply now, but it will be down to which player will make more Zerglings and which player will make more of something else, and who will invest into Zergling with speed. It looks like Hyun might have I think he invested in Zergling with speed, but he's making quite a large amount of Zergling. He might strike before the enemy spy completes. Maybe this is his plan, but excuse me, Hyun's plan. But Queen can see every single Zergling that leaves the base. His two overlords are right there. But anyways, looks like Queen is gonna try to come out here and bust the front. I guess the number of Zergling is about the same. Maybe Queen now has more. I don't know. But Hyun has got two drones mining at the expansion, whereas Queen doesn't. But Queen's Spire is slightly faster. Now this differential in Spire timing is a little bit more significant than the expansion, because I believe this is about a second of differential. And a second means a lot, guys. A second is a lot. Especially when these two players are spawning so close to each other. I'm going to be rooting for Hyun. I want Queen to get eliminated. Of course, if there's anyone who can actually take down Soki in ZBZ, it's going to be Queen and not Hyun. But, you know, for the sake of diversity, and you know, what is it called? Active. What is the word for it? Active inclusion. You know, kind of like making sure that you have diversity in the workplace, that kind of policies that you have. And it looks like Queen's gonna have to defend hard here. His sunken is not yet completed. Now it completes, And I guess he's got enough to cover here. The Spire from Queen is about to complete. So I guess Queen has just got enough. And Hyun is looking to dive in here, but he sees too many Zerglings. He's gonna have to back up here. There's gonna be 3 drones on the minerals for Hyun. And I guess the Spire completes in 3, 2, 1. It completes now. And there's gonna be some mutuals getting made by Queen. Let me just quickly show you some interesting tidbits about the muta once my internet connection goes back, because right now it's frozen. Very funny. I can cast this game. I actually don't have internet. My Google Sheet, my encyclopedic database is frozen. Anyways, looks like Hyun is just trying to see the situation a little bit, but he's not able to see anything at all. And now he would dive in. I guess Queen has got the better angle. Scourge is getting made. Very interesting that he doesn't make mutas. Of course, this is something that he can actually anticipate when he knows that he's the one with the faster Spire. And now it all comes down to who's got a better micro. The mutas need to run away. I guess I've grouped up together correctly, so I guess Hyun is the one who's got the advantage. He one-shot the Scourge, and he's gonna have more mutas. I guess now Queen has started to make his muta, but losing that first Scourge is going to be detrimental, because muta first is the more risky option, but it actually pays out in the long run, just like in TVT. If you make vultures first, it's easier, but if you cannot win right away, then the guy who makes tanks first will win the game. Basically, anyways, back to the mutalist story. It's a unit that you make from the hatchery. It's got a population size of 2, so 2 side per muta. The size is small. It takes 100 minerals and 100 gas. It takes about 25 seconds to build a muta. It's got a starting HP of 120, ground attack of 9, air attack of 9, and a cooldown period of 30 frames. So that is like a little bit over a second, because a frame in Starcraft is 24 seconds. Anyways, the range attack of 3, attack modifier of 1, sight of 7, so less than the Overlords and a lot less than a lot of units. But anyways, it's gonna be the next attack coming through. And who's got the better angle? Looks like the Zerglings from Hyun are idle. Need to go to work now. And he was forced to dedicate one of the attack from the mutas to go for the Zerglings, and now his mutas is gonna have to defend in the main base. The drones and expansion is gonna get completely massacred. Looks like Queen is not attacking the drones on the expansion, but now he started to attack and gets everything destroyed. He gets everything destroyed. What is going to be the plan now for Hyun? Because he's going to be losing his hatchery very, very quickly. He is supply block. He's forgotten. There is a Zergling. He gets destroyed. But now this hatchery is very, very close to dying. I guess Hyun is going to get eliminated. And let's actually see something surprising come across the map. He kills the last of the Zergling, and the hatchery is gone. The hatchery is gone, and there's another pair of Zergling attacking the main. And Queen is just so goddamn sly and cheeky. But anyways, the counter attack from here need to do some sick damage. He will need to get the first muta. The mutas was right there. Go for it. What is he doing? He's gonna try to surround, and I guess Queen has got enough to defend. Maybe Queen has got 9 mutas and Hyun has got something like maybe 5 or 6. I don't think so. And looks like at the last minute, Queen clears the floor, and he's the second player to qualify for the round of 16. Congratulations to Queen. Congratulations to the effort, and congratulations to Namkraft before receiving the coffee from you. I'll be expecting it in the video description. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. Games with Paralyze, one of my best friends. See you soon. Bye-bye.